Thank you. Now I want to return to the subject of my opening statement. I noted that it prompted a chuckle or two when I asked you about the role of the Department of Treasury in providing access to banking services to otherwise legally constituted marijuana businesses in well-regulated states. In Washington State and Colorado last year, the voters approved adult use of marijuana. The Department of Justice said if the state is well-regulated, they'll stand down on enforcement of criminal activity and prosecution. But these businesses still do not have access to banking services. And in Washington State, it's been forecast by fairly reputable work that it will be about a $1 billion a year sector of the economy. This is a serious question. $1 billion in cash floating around an economy where the businesses, which otherwise legally operate, cannot access depository services, can't issue checks, can't receive credit card payments, in fact, all cash. It is, in fact, sir, an open invitation. It's the setting out the welcome mat to organized crime and disorganized crime. It's setting out the welcome mat for tax avoidance. It is an open invitation to all sorts of activities which will render us and our communities and our neighborhoods less safe. Now, the context is today, right now, as we speak, the Bank Secrecy Act Advisory Group is meeting. FinCEN, Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, a division of the Treasury, is with them. I suspect they're talking about some guidelines to parallel the Department of Justice's efforts to allow access to bank services. My question to you, sir, is, given all of this, do you recognize, do you understand, and will you acknowledge the threats to public safety if these businesses, otherwise legally constituted, do not have access to bank services?
Congressman, I recognize the serious challenges that are attendant to this, and obviously when there are state laws and federal laws that are not consistent, it creates complicated decisions that have to be made. I look forward to seeing the work that comes out of these meetings that you're describing, and will evaluate them when they're presented to me.
Would you commit, even in a general sense, to a timeline of action, keeping in mind that in both Colorado and Washington State, these businesses go live in a matter of a few weeks from now?
Congressman, I can't commit to a timeline until I see the results of the work that's done here, but I would happy to follow up on the matter with you.
You understand the urgencies?
Yes, no, I understand the external timeline quite well, and when informed of the recommendations, I would be happy to follow up.